This is Rupsha. I'm from Calcutta. Okay, I have never spoken, I think in a long time, I have not spoken about my story. So, yeah, so let's see how it goes. So, basically, my story is see, I am from Calcutta, and till a huge part of my life, and throughout my 20s, my 30s. So, I'm going to be 42 in September. Anyway, so my 20s and my 30s. See, I have always gotten everything that I wanted. As in, I was never studious, but I education, good graph, job. I wanted to go and study. And I did, after my graduation, I went to Pune. I wanted to work in Bombay. I worked in Bombay. I wanted to be a reporter. I was with Indian Express. I was with CNBC. So education, job, all the graphs, I've always had been like, okay, up, up, up. And I'm a person, I hate to be uh, under stress for too long. So, I've always found like, okay, there's some stressful situation or something, just find a solution. So I've always worked like that. So, and I'm generally a happy soul. So I'm like an obsessive dog lover. My life revolves around dogs. I love nature. That's where I get my entire energy from. So see, movement is like it's a huge part of my lifestyle because I started like I'm a trained dancer, a classical dancer. I started dancing at the age of 6. I started swimming from that 6, 7. So movement has been a part of my life, a huge part, and it's always taken me out from all my different like it is a mood shifter for me. Anyway, so life was going good. Then I decided in 2013 I worked for 8 9 years in Bombay. Then I decided, okay, too long away from home. Let me take a break. I come back to Calcutta. I meet my soulmate. I get married in 2015. Life was going honestly good, and I'm like, okay, happy. Whatever I want is going on. And then the time came, and I also tried a few things. And then the time came when I came to Calcutta that I was like, okay, I will not do a job. I want to do something of my own. I tried my hands in couple of things like I started a venture back in 2016 in Calcutta with a friend in elder care, like companionship and taking them to doctors, people, elders who are like staying without their children here, single. I tried that for a few months, didn't work out fine. Then I tried working with women, underprivileged women from some villages in West Bengal, where some artwork, needlework. That also I tried, but COVID happened, didn't work. And in the meantime, since yoga has been a huge part of my life, I said, okay, let me become a yoga teacher. So that's how I did my yoga certification in 2018. Along with it, I did my counseling and NLP. I started my yoga classes, and honestly, 1 month maybe I have struggled. From second month, it started going on great. Friends, references, then this platform, that platform, online lockdown happened, online classes going on great, 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 good. 2021 is when my life took a dip. One, I wanted to transition from just being a yoga teacher to into holistic wellness. So that transition was a little difficult, and then some medical emergency happened. My father fell very unwell, so a gap happened. And see, I am very unorganized in my life. Okay, it's been very spontaneous. So my this work was happening on its own. I did not put any other effort, like marketing or going out. That was happening. But then when this 2021, a phase came when everything went like, okay, I was completely lost. I did not know there was so much of technological update that has happened, and there were so many coaches, so many things were happening. I was completely lost. I did not know where to go, how to do it, and that is when, you know, how do I call it? I have never felt so much of self pity, self loathing, and guilt tripping, self doubt. I was constantly like 2021 it started, 2022. I was constantly like, no, whatever I have done, whatever decision I have taken, that I can't do anything of my on my own. I don't have, I have no direction. my confidence was gone, and I was never that person. So the other person who would always go and be a go-getter, I lost that Rupsha. Anyway, so things were really not looking up, and I told my husband, I told my friends that I don't think I can do all this. Like, this is not me. I was overly stressed. Anyway, a lot of, and then it happened, one masterclass after one masterclass after the other, and that is even more overwhelming. It made me feel even more incompetent, and not that okay, I'm good for nothing. So this kept on happening, but as I said, I couldn't be. It was a good phase of 1 year. I went through all this, and but a point came when I had to come out of it. Like, I couldn't be that into self pity and self loathing and all that. It was a horrible phase for me. Anyway, so what I did, there was a point came when I stopped thinking about my work. I just focused on whatever 3, 4 clients I had. I kept on doing that. What I did, I went back to exercising a lot. I stopped working out for a few months. What I decided that I have to, since I've been doing yoga since teenage and I do all this, I'm like, okay, my body has to tell my brain that, come out of the stressful situation. So I started working out a lot. I focused on my food. I completely, I really gave my body a lot of good nutrition. Like, these two things, I'm like, okay, these are the two things I can do. And the third thing I did was, because I was feeling worthless, I was like, I had to do something that make me feel okay, I can do it. So I've always wanted to learn driving, which I did not know. So last year, I taught myself how to drive. I got my license, and these three things gave me a huge boost in life. Like, oh my God, okay, no. So at my 40, I gifted myself the driving license. I'm like, okay, no. Get up from your like slumber. You have like, slouched a lot. You can do it. So then honestly, it wasn't easy, but things started happening as I found that purpose. And I always wanted to help people. If you see my trajectory of the things I've tried to do, it's always about helping people. So then I was like, okay. Then things happened. I met one mentor. To them, I met obviously Sanchari, Niranjan, and this lovely community. And honestly, I can keep on going about how they have changed my life. But like all of you, but that's not about for today, right? So I love them. I love this community, and the changes I am seeing in myself is immense. The important thing, I've forgiven myself. I am so, see, I talk to plants and I talk to my dogs and everything. That's one part of me. So I have started using those kind of words and that kind of nurturing uh, tone and voice with my own self. I'm also a person, used to be a person who used to go through a lot of FOMO, fear of missing out. So that's why I would take a lot on my plate. I'm learning